It's been a little over a week, but I finally got my first, I suppose, breakthrough. Um, Over the past several days, as I've kind of documented here, I've been dealing with, I suppose, just a case of writer's block, where I wasn't sure where to go with this story. I didn't know where the heart of the story really lied, and I didn't know what to write next. But I went in today, and I've got at least the start of an idea, at least like this brief kind of momentary scene that came to my head that I think encapsulates the bigger idea I'm going for. Um, Certainly, it's not completely fleshed out, but as I was just kind of typing along today, the idea came to me. Um, will this work out? I'm not sure. But it's a breakthrough. It's at least something, and God, I've been fighting for this for a while. So, what that means now is, since I have at least this inkling, my game plan is over the next, I'm recording this here around midday, the next 36 hours, I am going to brute force my way and get the rest of the story done. So by the end of Saturday night, I am going to have the first draft of this story completed. I don't know what it's going to take. I don't know. I don't really care what it's going to entail. I'm just going to brute force my way through it. I'm just going to kind of push, and I'm going to have something at the end of this. That's not often the best way to do these things, and it's not something I necessarily encourage. And I'm going in sort of knowing that the ending of this story is going to be incorrect. That this sort of wrap up here, which is only in truth going to be probably a few pages, it's probably going to have to be changed at some point. But I've got at least the first 2/3 of this story down, in a very well-established state. Everything structurally flows very, very well the first 2/3 of the story. So if I've got to go back, I've got to rewrite the ending of this tale, the last third of it, then fine. It's not the biggest deal. In fact, I'm hoping that maybe if I get this wrong, get this sort of ending wrong, it'll actually probably inspire the correct way of doing it, right? The kind of going back to that adage of if you don't know what to write, or you don't know what the right thing is to write, start writing the wrong thing first, and it might trigger some sort of idea in your head about what the correct way could be. You'll come up with some sort of alternative to the wrong way once you see it down on paper. Perhaps that happens. But I'm going to brute force my way through it. We're just going to shove, I guess, our elbows aside here. We're going to push our way right through this crowd of confusion and uncertainty, and we're going to get this thing done. So by the time I make this video tomorrow night, that story draft will be done. Feels good. Definitely feels exciting to consider this is going to happen, but that's what's going to happen. I'm going to push right through it, and yeah, we're ready to rock. So with that, I'm going to sign off here and stay in tuned for tomorrow's episode.